Happiness is a choice that requires effort at times. No shit!
Hey, someone there? Pick up!
Alone on an island.
Someone! Pick up!
Sierra, the island used by the Casey family for generations. Around 20 miles of tropical vegetation, sand, and family member corpses. Many have failed the trial or just decided not to leave this place. Today is the day that Flynn Casey, using his extravagant gloves, takes his son Shane to this same trial. As tradition demands, the young boy needs to go back to Gideon, the city floating in the sky on the horizon. Completing this task will determine whether he becomes an engineer. Shane's father is the right arm of the current 23rd engineer, the highest rank in the city, and sees the necessity of new engineers since their number has dwindled and a revolution is brewing. Artists, beggars, hand workers, they are all whispering in the dark. And with each day, a new rumor arrives. A new lie is told. And the engineers' strong grip on the city becomes weaker. They will lose control of Gideon the same day a great storm will hit this island, on the 24th of April, 1915. Today.
Shane. You cold?
No.
Come. Hold my hand, Shane. Step forward now. Now, you're on your own. Take care, son.
I'm like the motherfucker nailing me in here.
Ah, great.
Welcome to the Gideon Engineering Trials. Proceed to the third floor for further instructions. Don't forget to pick up your stapler. Dawn, the first machine. In the ashes of the first prophet decided to build upon his creation. He created the basic nature of existence in this plane a long time ago, and many used his words to corrupt innocent souls. All the good he did was forgotten. Very few of us have heard the truth of those events, and fewer still experienced them firsthand. The current state of the ground world, or what remains of it, is the result of the corruption that infected everything it touched. Wow, we skipped to 37, okay. Before corruption arrived, my city had a name that even I can't remember. All was lost. The endless courage that faced many wars could not handle the deceit and peril of this disease that was spread from mouth to mouth. 38. Had I not reached my prime, I had no master, no teacher. On the first day of the plague, I created what would later be called the first logic. 1. Your nature is expendable. It is a remnant of the old ways, but don't ignore your nature. Evolve past it. Learn to stop feeling. It sounds like a sentient computer already. A problem is an incorrect flux of energy and matter in the current plane. Every last one of them needs to be handled, and if your perception allows you to recognize them, your intellect will allow you to fix them. 3. Reject the disease. The curse will try to reach you through natural cognitive channels. Limit your exposure. 39. I presented my 3 pillars and they spread faster than the plague. 2 weeks after I wrote those words, the city of Gideon was born. I built the first machine that would become the heart of the city, allowing Gideon to fly high in the sky and away from the disease. Can I turn the page? I guess not. Wow.
This map must be old. It's missing the floating bay.
Floated bay. Hey, buddy. Well, now it begins. Your granddad was the first one on this island, and after that, everybody in our family went as well. I remember saying that your Uncle Ro would come back in less than a day. He didn't. In fact, well, you already know what happened to your uncle. The madness of our curse will chase you while you're in there, but if you don't give in to it, you may arrive at the other side as an engineer. Son, you never asked why we do this, but now you can uncover whatever truths you wish to know. This is the time we find out who we really are. You never doubted a word I said to you, but while you're proving yourself a capable engineer, I beg you to doubt everything you come across. This may be the most important trait an engineer can have, so I ask you, do you have it? No, I don't. Fuck you. Cigars and stuff in there too. What?
Weird.
Hey, what's up? Interesting. The first man, he came from this... Wait, what does that say? The first man, he came from the swamps of the oily lands. He came from the depths with 2 broken hands. He came from the seas. He came from the sky. He always knew he was creating scars. Through the black blood he took from the land, a cold sweat spilled from his lip. From the gray smoke he created with his hand, children would soon weep. He went back to his land. He went once back again. He came forth alone to reclaim who he once was. Interesting. How are you doing tonight, Jared? EG or EBGCMPP. How do I control this? Oh, wait a minute. Ah, there we go. I'm doing pretty good, man. Oh, dang it. Trying to figure out how to do the controls. I done forgot that. EBGCMBB. Dang it, I think I'm getting one of those wrong. EBGCMBB. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just going to play this for probably another 30 minutes or so, and then I'm calling it a night. Sorry, I got on pretty late this evening, unfortunately.
He came from the swamps of the oily lands. He came from the depths with two broken hands.
Okay, so they actually have singing. That's pretty cool.
He came from the seas. He came from the sky. He always knew he
I don't know how or why, but sounds like they're talking about oil.
Through the black blood, he took
Playing on
from
Andre's
the
computer,
light
huh?
a cold sweat spilled from his lips. From the grey smoke he graded with his hand. Children would soon weep. He went back to his land. He went once back again. He came forward alone to reclaim who he once was.
Oh, that was interesting. Controls are a little wonky for this.
It's Myra here. We've been silent long enough. They don't know what's coming to them. They can spit in our faces now, but we will get everything back to them. It's going to be soon. If you want to help us and fight back the repression, meet us at the statue tomorrow at noon. Join us. We will not be quiet for much longer. Red paint will wash the streets soon enough.
I just need to follow the blueprint.
Enter the city with a new title to start your new life. The Proving is the time to carefully watch and evolve yourself. Always be aware of your surroundings and how to use it to your benefit. An engineer should be able to bend nature elements to his will and see more in them than what they look like. First task is to fix the glider and fly to Ciara using... what? Fix the hole in the back of glider using wood. Cover the biggest tear on the left wing using cloth. Insert coal in the launcher and proceed to the island. Right.
That's easy.
The eye. Moon fears the dark. Oh, moon fears the dusk. Moon claims your skin. That doesn't sound too good. Brain, behold the reality that surrounds thy air and become close to yourself through respecting your own name. The most important feature of a great engineer, if you can't solve a problem, you can't proceed to explore the glory of the first logic. Remember, you have a magnificent brain since you came from an honorable engineering family. Got some coal here.
Let's get this done. I need to use it somewhere. Perfect. I need to use it somewhere. Done.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's Paul.
With all sincerity, Shane, I don't want you to waste who you are like I did. Do what you want with your life. Your dad, my dad, and every waster in that one-horse town will be happy to tell you that you should do right up until you die. A stupid death like mine. You keep doing this and you'll be completely forgotten by everyone. The woman is closer now. Don't go back to getting if you don't want to. Your cousin Paul. Well, that's too bad.
I won't mess this up, Paul.
I wouldn't go that far. You're probably gonna mess it up.
Easy. That's it. Done.
I'm flying! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think he did.
I am coming.
Dad, Aaron said to plant the tree by the shore. I dug a hole and put some rocks around it.
Okay. You're gonna grow real tall.
Well, shit.
Someone there? There is a mobile radio. Someone, pick up. Hey, someone there?
Someone there?
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I haven't spoken to anyone for months.
You were doing the proving for months?
I'm almost finished.
I need to be faster than that. We are in need of engineers, right?
I hope you can. Yeah, I took some missteps. Also, it gets boring after a while.
You know we shouldn't be talking, right?
Yeah, I know, but they left all those radios from the time the proving had mentors. So, who are you?
Shane, I'm a Casey.
Casey? From O'Hain District?
Yeah.
I am Aaron Ormond.
Really?
What?
Nothing. I need to go. We can talk later. I need to get going.
Oh, sure. Bye.
That was a really smooth landing. I can't believe that's her name.
What's wrong with the name? Obstruction of this sign.
I bet there's something in the garage. I just need to follow the blueprint.
Another song, another hour, another regret that we left behind. Do Do what you want. Do what you need to do, not what people tell you. Let's keep going with another song.
Well, what you just said proves to me that you're not a complete fool. Nonetheless, it will take considerably more than that to become an engineer. The second machine will challenge you more than the first. Don't forget to put your glasses on when you apply the metal to this one. I shouldn't have to tell you that, I suppose. I want and need you to succeed, but that alone won't make you an engineer. You've never heard someone say what I'm going to say to you, but here goes. You're not only deciding if you can be an engineer, you're deciding if you want to be an engineer. Maybe I shouldn't even be writing these thoughts to my son, but I believe you're ready to know, and truth be told, even if you're not, I need you to be. That's crazy. No, put that back. I want that. Hot air balloon. Second task is to fix the balloon and fly to Nessa. Entrance to the Mentor's watchtower is prohibited. Not going to stop me. Fix the hole at the side of the balloon using wood. Cover the metallic hole using a metal plate. Insert coal in the upper part of the balloon. Okay. What else we got? Number 2. On the first day of flying, I decided to create the second machine to better manage the city. It would serve as my eyes. Even when I was long gone, I built a powerful spyglass on the highest tower of the city, allowing me to watch every corner of every district. The cleansing of the city started. They came for every rendition of any kind of disease, be it sonorous, visual, or any other type of experience that would make the city inhabitants less effective. Rewards were given to those who revealed the toxic behavior that created the plague. Ooh. And above all else, an engineer should be aware that his primary duty as a superior being is caring for others. An engineer must guarantee the removal of the plague from the city at all costs. The 3 pillars of engineering are simple. An engineer can never interact with the plague except to further its extinction via study. An engineer should solve problems that further expand the city's greatness, pushing further and striving for excellence for each new machine. An engineer must always put the city above all else. These rules must be followed after the civilian has passed the trial of engineering, which is detailed in the next volume. You gotta be an asshole. Great drink. Take it. Anything else? Doesn't look like it.
Please don't blow up.
The movement has arrived. It's Myra here again. We are the Red Brushes. We are the Resistance. Anyone listening to this can still join us. Today is the last day of forgiveness. All the oppression, all the hate has been built up to this. Engineers have been hanged. Students arriving from the trials will have the same fate. You that are listening to this on the islands, don't come back. If you do, you are a red brush or a dead corpse. Get used to it. That will be the only future available on Gideon. Join us.
Rapidly through motion. This is the so-called conduction stream. This is the concept that a river of creativity, inspiration, and greatness flows through all existence, and that the correct mindset may allow a person to connect to this energy. Individuals with such mentalities have created all of our race's unique ideas and great advancements. There was once a very kind, innocent child who was viewed as a miracle from Gilgamar City named Matthew Silber. Silber was a poor, simple boy who one day woke up and began fixing the city's many deep-rooted problems. Structural and societal alike, all of his solutions were so brilliant and unique that he is seen as the holy figure to this day, even by those who grapple with the existence of the divine. When asked about where his ideas came from, Silber, at the tender age of 13, stated he would point his eyes at the ground before closing them. When he had both eyes closed, he could see a flow of light that would beam through the ground, and the ideas would just start appearing in his mind through the stream. He called it a curse, lamenting that he could not turn off the light behind his eyes. As a result, he rarely slept. When those details became public knowledge, the mayor of the city desired more ideas, and wanted them faster to expand on his plans. The mayor made a decision that would spark the rebellion of Gilgamar. He arrested Silber and removed both his orbitals, forcing the boy to look exclusively at the conductor stream. Silber provided new ideas and inventions, but after a month or so he went silent and only stared into the ground. The mayor's reign, and shortly after Silber's inspirations did as the uprising prevailed, no one saw Matthew Silber again. People usually hold up the first engineer as an example of a great conduit, a miraculously gifted individual without suitable teachers, formal educations, or access to great books. All of the first engineer's main inventions, which sprung from the eradication of all art in the city, were seemingly concocted from thin air. Interesting.
Am I really doing this? Ah!
Yes, you are. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I gotta hold that down.
Looks like I'm doing this.
Prosper is taking more time than we expected. He won't be ready to work when the new factory opens next week. The only way would be if I offered him some assistance. I'm asking permission through this report to do just that. I don't understand the meaning of making a viable working engineer like myself watch someone attempt the trial. Much more purposeful work remains to be done in the city. Field report CO35. The girl just vanished, completely gone. I left the watchtower and started a search, but couldn't find her anywhere. She couldn't have taken off. The machine is still here. She might have drowned or something. I will make a machine so I can get in by tomorrow. You don't need to come and get me. The island has a weird feel to it. It's getting cold here. Number 36. I don't understand what's happening. I'm dizzy and starting to hear voices. Hopefully it's some mild condition any decent by an engineer could fix. Things just aren't clicking for me. I finished the trial in 4 days. I'm incapable of making a machine, not even the one for the trial. Don't come back to get me. I don't deserve to go home. Somewhere along the way between when I completed the trial and now, I stopped being an engineer. I need to get back or else I will never see Gideon again. Interesting.
We took 2 districts already. Ginnar is ours now. Their precious food belongs to us now. Arthur's plan is perfect. Without food, they will not be able to sustain their fat bellies for much longer. We are used to being hungry. They are not. They can try to push back, but it's only a matter of time. What was that?
Sounds like they're pushing back quicker than you thought. Watch the boy. Sees he stumbles on the ground, searching for the coin his father gave him. It was one of the last times the boy would find it and return it to him. His father was a poet long past his prime. Today he is only a drunk, soaked in sweat, vodka, and tears. He holds something against his own son, forever failing to look his own child in the eyes. The boy can't see well out of his left eye due to an injury he received when he was but a baby. Throughout his entire childhood, he enjoyed touching the surfaces of various objects and feeling their uniqueness against his skin. Born to a rich family, he always received whatever his heart desired, but the only thing he truly yearns for is roaming the land without anyone caring about him. He runs away from home multiple times as a youth, and then when he turns 14 years old, he decides he will not return. In 1837, he leaves his hometown. He takes on an assortment of menial jobs, miner, stable hand, bartender. He never stays at the same place for more than a month or two. In 1838, he enters a new city. With what little money he managed to save from his part-time positions, he goes to a bar and succumbs to his father's weakness for months. There he picks a fight with a different patron every day. Each time he gets hurt more, a sailor stabs his hand. The cowboy shoots his foot. He is expelled from the public infirmary for bad behavior. He goes back to the bar and fights a tall sergeant from the army. But they both wind up bloody messes and are tossed out by the bouncer, where a strong rain has just stopped. They roll, kick, and punch through the mud until both of them collapse to exhaustion. They wake up with the sun strong in their eyes and dry mud covering their bodies. The sergeant stands up quickly and helps the boy off the ground. You're strong as a bull, the boy nods at him. Why don't you join the next front? You get food and guns and whatever you can steal from the damn bleach. The boy looks at him silently, then walks away to the old horse he bought months ago. He travels to a small river close to a ruined church where he always fetches water and bread and peace. Behind the church, a man arches above a limp woman in torn clothes. The man's body is boiled red, rage leaping from every inch of skin. He catches sight of the boy and screams, I saw this first, she is mine now. With spittle flying, he turns his back to tend to the dead woman. The boy leaves his horse and approaches the man, but makes sure to leave a fair distance between them. He crouches low and pulls out a knife he stole from a barber a few weeks earlier. For some time, he only watches the red man. And then he stabs him. Interesting. After the sun goes down, not a moment sooner, he sprints at the red man and stabs between his ribs, puncturing a lung. The boy runs away as quickly as his lanky limbs can carry him. The red man looks around and tries to chase the boy down, but now he's bleeding and struggling to breathe. He cocks a small revolver he carries and fires in the direction of the boy who's crouched beside the church. He watches the man. He bleeds out with frightening patience. Just before the new sun rises, the boy approaches the man's corpse and steals a few coins from his pocket, his revolver, and a small clock that once belonged to the woman. Next morning, he joins the 17th Front Battalion. They don't have a spare gun for him, but they promise to fetch him one in the desert soon. They say they do hope to find some on the third day of travel. The boy wakes up breathless, blood streams from his forehead and his mouth. When he rises, he sees the bodies of bleached and soldiers covering the entire landscape. He stumbles like he did as a child, looking for water, and through the valley of death, he spots a broken wagon. He heads towards it. He remembers neither how the battle started nor how it ended. At the wagon, he finds wine and the bodies of some aristocrats. In his peripheral vision, he sees the horror of death itself arriving from far away. Dozens of bleach covered with blood and fur scream death chants long forgotten with meanings too horrific to be described in civilized language. Their faces appear to twist through irresistible acts of dark nature, engulfed in pure instinct. Interesting. Very confused.
Whoa!
So cold. Yep. Huh. Yep. Yep. Come on. Ah. Yep. Huh. Yep. Yep. Huh. It's gonna be easy. Yep. Yep. Huh.
What a weird dream. can blast the plane with this. Ugh. This is heavy. Right there. Perfect. That's a Colt?
Children of the city, if you seek answers, refuse the trial, refuse your family, refuse the metal and the coal from your cities, seek the moon, through her you may find what you're looking for, but if you are not wholeheartedly looking for answers, don't bother. The sun is on the verge of disappearing over the horizon forever. The eternal sundown will challenge you. Surrender yourself to it so that the night may come and reign in perpetuity. You'll see soon enough. My great-grandfather who was a fisherman used to tell me a story about a scar he had on his face. While everyone would laugh and dismiss what the old man was saying, I would be still and pay attention to his words. A lot of time has passed, but I still remember every detail of the particular tale. Many claim that he rose from the ground because the marvelous mind of the first engineer wished it so. We call that bullshit. He did that because of the damn sirens. There were not hundreds of sightings, but rather thousands. They were preparing something and they talked to each other in their own way. They were intelligent creatures and they were organizing something big. I got this mark on my face the last time I went out into the sea, and thank God the kid got us out of the ground a week after that. I still remember that day. The rain fell softly and I was alone on the last returning boat. I remember my rage. I wanted to go back for my old man's gun and return it to him. Then her tooth went straight through my cheek and tore my flesh up to my forehead. She had red scales, red as rubies. Sometimes I still go to the edge of the city to look at the ocean and think about it. His story pushed me to focus on cryptozoological research on sirens for a long time. The red scales were the strangest detail, one I never found repeated in any other source. Perhaps the sun setting over the waves reflected onto the siren's body, but if it truly was a red siren, then he was attacked by a unique specimen. The prevailing idea on how to avoid the sirens is to hold a piece of coal while going into the sea, and the only example that I can personally attest to, I was wearing a coal necklace that my great-grandfather gave me when I saw a siren up close. She was trying to attack our boat, but failing. We'd been traveling for nearly 2 months at sea without incident, so it is possible that the coal kept us safe throughout our journey. Nonetheless, I can't safely presume its efficacy without more proof. It would be irresponsible to tell people that coal can prevent siren attacks, but equally so to admit my first-hand experience. Flynn Casey, the right hand of the current 23rd engineer, presented a strong alternative solution to the siren problem. The information I am about to reveal was given to me in confidence. Mr. Casey did not give me permission to publish the next story I'm about to tell you. If you find him in Gideon, ask about the scar on his face, which is remarkably similar to the one my great-grandfather had. He will tell you that he had an accident when working on a surface water collection project. That, however, is not the truth. Just like my great-grandfather's story, Flynn Casey's account occurred at sundown. He was alone on the docks, that the rest of the crew had retired to their cabins for the night. People took rumors of siren attacks more seriously back then. Flynn was finishing his last pack of cigarettes. He was leaning over the edge of the ship when a siren leapt into the boat and slashed his face. Through his gushing blood, he watched the creature flop around the ship like a dying fish until it managed to flip out of the boat and back into the water. That sounds crazy. From the moment I started talking to him, I could tell Flynn's experience was incredibly important to him. Before that event, he believed in everything that the city officials said and lived a life confined by what the first logic allowed him. After he began to better understand the world outside the city, the only surefire way to avoid these creatures is to simply never go near any deep water. I will contradict myself in this next sentence, but you may as well bring some coal. Worst case scenario, you will still have something to heat yourself up with.
Another machine, another box full of stuff I need to push. This mine could not be more creepy.
I'm sending this message through the telegraph, and I'll also be giving it to Mark Sornay when he returns to the city. We're ready to leave this place. We pull all the coal out of the ground, and it's ready for any new engineer who needs it. I really don't understand the purpose of this new idea that we should have to come to the proving grounds to get the coal ready for them. Why can't they take it out of the ground themselves? The engineer title is getting more and more meaningless, yet we still get fewer applicants every year. I found a gold nugget at least, and Pete found a strange sculpture with a creepy-looking moon on it. He's really obsessing over it, and get this, he tried to bite Derek's hand when he tried to take a look at it. I'm getting tired of all this weird stuff. Please come get us quickly. I'm starting to hear strange whispers. Please hurry. That didn't sound good.
I need to use this somewhere. I need to use this somewhere. Done. Bad idea. Bad idea. Great place to visit.
testing the potential effects of every mushroom from the class of and the results have been inconclusive as only the test subjects have been me and my husband. We require a wider body of work with thousands of such if we choose to continue the study and prove that the substances will have similar effects on the majority of civilians. On the next page, you can see different species of classes. The risks associated with dissociative disorders of this type of Silanize has been known a major point of discussion. Rumors about not coming back from some of this variety grew even more widespread once the city took off. This was primarily due to the fact that the research connected to any type of mushroom was left behind. The new city opted to focus on more technical and hard data types of engineering instead of bioengineering. The decision was made despite the current administration's relative leniency regarding the city's state of overall health based on the multitude of contraptions developed by engineers. The mild visual effects of a low dosage of illustrated on the next page. The final test delivered by Mary demonstrated the powerful effects brought out by the mushroom allows a heightened state of awareness which can lead to both extraordinarily positive results and extreme failures of behavior. The possibilities of the mushrooms, like the glue that began as a tool in making furniture but is now used by bioengineers as a sedative, should not be ignored. For her part, Kenna was portrayed by the media as little more than an enthusiastic researcher independent of the government influence. Throughout her research and public opinion generally accepted that portrayal, the strong visual effects of a high dose of let's try the next page.
Deborah, is that you?
Who attempts the trials? I'm burning all the books. Everything you need to know will be explained here. If you want to be a bioengineer and learn about mushrooms, you're out of luck. Luck? Well, that should tell you who I am. I'm much more clear than I could describe here. I thought bioengineering was less certain, less static, but reading all those interpretations of the effects of mushrooms made me sick. They're so simplistic, they make it seem like anything you feel and see while under the psychoactive effects are just illusions that don't relate to real life. They're wrong. I saw the Whispering Woman. I saw the Gray Cat. The old tales are true. The moon will rise when it should not. The mushrooms don't cause your imagination to run wild. They help you see what's really there. They're not mind controlling. They're mind expanding. I see it now as I was meant to be here and not go back. I was meant to write this to you. Now that you know all of this, it's your responsibility to do what you want with this information. You can go back to the city and live a normal life, push and pull some levers, but even if you do, I hope what I'm trying to tell you resonates in your head. I hope you hear that woman and see that cat, and that you now know, as I now do, that Gideon will fall in soon. Strange moon symbol. I don't know what this is. I've seen it everywhere. I like to think it brings luck, even if you don't believe in such things. Huh.
My transmission was interrupted. The pushback they are doing will not work. Well, I can't believe we will finally be free. I saw Arthur Griffin. I heard those words leaving his mouth. The man is not a common individual. He can see more than we do. He will guide us to freedom. We are so lucky to have him. Not in my wildest dreams, I thought I would be sleeping on these silk sheets that belong to the Yellow Ribbons. Take care, folks. There's still a lot of work to do.
Maybe this will help. Wow, why is this here? Yes!
Shane? Shane? You there?
Aaron, I am finishing the second one.
That one is tough, but the third one is the worst.
You aren't ready yet?
Yeah, I am just waiting for better weather. Not a good day to take off. The wind is so strong and loud right now.
I know. I heard on the radio that's going to get worse.
You have radios laying around there too?
Yeah. They were from the mentors. I will miss listening to them in the city.
They are great. Did you listen to the funny stuff that they do? Sometimes sounds connect to each other in strange ways. I feel a shiver all over my body when I listen to it. It's different from the one we get from cold. Some people on the radio do that with voices too.
You mean music?
What is that?
Vibrations of certain waves creating different sounds. That's what engineers would describe it. But there's more to it than that. My dad always said it was a part of you that you lend to everyone when they listen. I even know how to play some music. Well, I need to play sometimes.
What do you mean?
I need to play music from time to time or I feel weird. I need to go again and finish this before the storm.
Will you call me if you want to chat a little bit more?
I will. See ya. I need to use this somewhere.
song like that doesn't come very often. It's cold here at Jill City. How you all doing out there? I know that I miss the sun. I miss some birds making noise. You know that smell after the rain? I miss that too. It's safe to be dug in the ground like we are. But damn how I miss some stuff. Let's keep going with another piece of music that will help you clean your mind.
I need to use it somewhere. I should call Aaron. Aaron?
Shane, all doing good?
Yeah, just finishing up the second one. Want to talk to you. Say, if something went wrong and you know, I'd die like my cousins here.
So, your family island is a burial ground like mine? It's scary that so many have failed.
Sometimes I think we should bury them, right?
I thought that too, but our parents and their parents didn't do anything.
It's not like they would tell us why they didn't bury them. Maybe they just want us to know how serious it is. I guess I need to go back soon.
So, are you leaving now?
Pretty close to finishing the second one.
But the storm is already here.
I know, even though. I need to get home fast.
Would you please call me when you get to the next island?
Sure.
Thank you. So, Shane, I listened to something that came from your radio. What did you call it? Music?
Yeah, I was playing.
That was something.
Well, I think I need to go now. Talk to you when I get there, right?
Okay. Good luck.
Sorry, what did you just say?
I mean, I know we can't believe in luck, but I was reading a book here that really makes a good point about it.
That is Arthur Griffith? Anyway, I don't think it's good that we keep talking to each other.
What? No, because I read something that he wrote? You don't believe that crap that he's with the red bushes, right? He's just a guy spreading his ideas.
Sorry, I need to get going now.
Oh, okay. See ya.
Here we go.
Damn creature jumping in the ship like that. I hope this doesn't leave a scar. I'm feeling kind of nauseous. Oh. Red brushes.
Answer, please. Shane. Please.
Aaron, I'm fine. The landing wasn't great, but I'm alive.
Okay. You can listen or not to what I'm about to say, but you think about the proving as a good engineer would. So I wish you good luck because I can see how much the proving matters to you, and that's become a nice thing to do outside of Gideon. And now you get mad at me. You did Mosaic. How can you be so passionate about engineering and play and listen to Mosaic? What I'm trying to say is, you can't be mad at me for that. You're doing something way worse when you do music.
It's music. We don't talk about that. Well, most of us at least. I am finding what remains of the people that couldn't stay quiet. My dad is waiting for me and the city needs more engineers. I can't stop now. Even less for this.
So why did you tell me all that stuff?
I don't know. I feel strange here. I read some stuff left by some people. Things that would get us in jail in the city. I felt like I could never talk before, but now I can finally scream.
Well, why don't you do it?
What do you mean?
Scream with all your strength.
I don't know if I should do that.
Come on, there's no one here. I want to hear your voice without static. Scream till I can hear it. Here, I will do it first. Shane! Now you go.
Aaron!
His voice cracked. He's a bitch.
See? That was easy, right? I won't tell anyone, I promise.
I need to go back to Gideon soon.
Shane, are we okay?
Sure. I just screamed your name like a crazy person.
That is true. I don't want to take you out of your task.
Right. Call you later?
Great, bye.
Ah! 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 Now I can go underwater. I need to use it somewhere. I need to use this somewhere.
Hey, anyone listening? We almost got half of the city now. We are gathering them in the city park, close to the statue of the first yellow ribbon. We try to take it down, but it doesn't even move. Arthur's plan was to burn them while taking down the statue. I guess we're gonna just group them up and burn them.
There are a lot of pieces missing. And a key?
should have feared us more. What the gray cat people were seeing was true. The lady crying is true. The stories told over and over could not be false. And now we can prove it. We are cleaning the city. Arthur evoked our final meeting close to the statue. He says this is the day. The day we are free from everything. The day there will be no chain holding us either from one side or the other. I will try to transmit the speech through here. A true masterpiece of a revolution. The Red Brushes Republic will rise now. Join us.
All right, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I gotta go to bed. Have a good night.